Here we go, back again with another match day preview. And it would be rude if I didn't. Anyway, Sunderland are travelling all the way to Burnley this weekend for the second league game in the Premier League this season, down at Turf Moor. Turf Moor is a very old ground indeed. You know, Burnley have been formed since 1882, 143 years young. Turf Moor was built and opened back in 1883. Scott Parker, of course, is the head coach of Burnley, and he has been in the Premier League twice before with Bournemouth and Fulham, I think being sacked by one and relegated by another. But he's had 51 games in charge of Burnley, 30 wins, 16 draws and 5 defeats with a 58% win ratio. That's pretty good, to be honest. They were the best defensive outfit in the Championship last season. But let 3 goals in the first game of the season against, I think, a much improved Spurs this season. So they did lose 3-0 against Spurs. Now, Stoke in pre-season, they lost 1-0 against Stoke, they drew against Shrewsbury, and they beat Huddersfield. So the pre-season didn't really go great to all accounts. Played the 5-4-1 against Spurs, and they brought in a lot of players, 9 new players, I think, in total. Player from Lazio, Loom Takuni, Alex Chuzebi from Ipswich, Quill Hartman from Feyenoord, Bashir Humphrey from Chelsea's, Jaden Anthony from Bournemouth, Marcus Edwards from Sporting, Zen Fleming, Weiss and Walker. Weiss was 4 million and Walker's 5 million from Manchester City. So they brought a lot of players in. Now, it doesn't automatically guarantee success, as we well know, as the last 3 teams that did that over the last season all got relegated. Head-to-head, Sunderland versus Burnley. 30 wins for Burnley, 23 draws and 29 defeats. Sunderland have won 29 times, Burnley have won 30 times, so Sunderland could even it up this weekend. Now, the last time Sunderland did win 2 top-flight games did win 2 top-flight games on the bounce, the first 2 games of the season, was back in 1980-81, so it's been a long time since Sunderland have won 2 Premier League games or 2 top-flight games on the bounce. A lot of years. So, end of the day, this team we have at the moment seems to be doing really good at doing those kind of antics. So, hopefully we can win 2 on the bounce. Like I said, I mean, Burnley, they got 100 points. It was 100 points last season Burnley got. Decent side. A lot of new players. Lost 1 or 2 in the transfer window at the start of the season. But, you know, your form doesn't always... I know it had a really good defence last season, didn't it? Doesn't always... You can't always move it forward to the league up, can you, really, sort of, and bring out the best form. Like I said, Turf Moor is a very, very good old ground. I like Turf Moor as a ground. It's one of those grounds, a historical ground, isn't it? And Burnley tend to get relegated, get promoted, get relegated, get promoted. So the chances are, in my opinion, personal opinion, I do wish them all the best in the future for this season, you know, but I kind of think Burnley will get relegated. But we'll soon find out what happens this weekend against Sunderland. So Sunderland, out the last 8 games against Burnley, they've had 6 clean sheets, but other 2 they've lost by this conceded 4 goals. Burnley lost 7 of the last 9 opening home games in the Premier League, and Sunderland had not won their top-flight fixtures, not won 2 on the, like I said, 2 on the bounce since 1980-1981. Yes, so score predictions for this weekend. That's a tough one. Do you know what it is? I might just go for a 2-0 Sunderland win. Would it be amazing? It would be absolutely amazing to keep 2 clean sheets and to get 2 wins back-to-back in the Premier League. How good would that be? We could even be top of the table. I mean, Man City plays Spurs this weekend. That'll be a tough game for both sides. That could end up in a draw. Liverpool play Newcastle on Bank Holiday Monday, of course. Well, it's not Bank Holiday Monday, just Monday. Liverpool play Newcastle on Monday. So it's going to be a tough game against Burnley. But I'm going to predict the team that will start against Burnley. I think Jensen Sealt's okay. But I think it'll be the same team that obviously started last week, apart from Jensen Seal. I think that Omar Alderete, yes, Omar Alderete will start. I thought he played really well. The confidence going through the club at this moment in time must be brilliant. Must be sky high. You know, Miende scoring a goal, Ballard scoring a goal. Isidore, of course. Yeah, I'm going to go for a 2-0 Sunderland win. Everybody out there, leave your score predictions down below in the comment section. If you get a goal scorer and the correct score, you will go on to the board. I will check who had the correct scores of 3-0. If anybody get the correct score of 3-0 for West Ham, I think 1 or 2 people did suggest 3-0, but I'm not sure if putting down in the comments in the correct scores. I will check out and let you know at the weekend. I will check it out and let you know at the weekend. I will try and do a live stream on Saturday. Hopefully it all goes to plan. Then, of course, there's that new thing that's on Sky Sports. It's on at, I think, between 6 and 8 on Sky Sports. I think it's Sky Sports News, where they go to different fans from Fan Analysis and they interview different fans. Might say 1 or 2 local faces on there, you never know. Would be great. I want to see a good performance this weekend, of course. I want to see that same grit, steely determination that we had last weekend. Oh, little doggy. I love the way Regis LeBray sets up his team. I love that, you know, constant. We'll probably do the low block for the majority of the season. I think we probably will do the low block for the majority of the season. I think we'll count teams on the counter-attack. Scott Parker will have his side up, of course. You know, they'll need to bounce back from that defeat against Spurs. And I'm sure, you know, they'll put in a good performance. It'll be a tough game down at Turf Moor. Great ground. Class fans. I think there'll be a top performance from Burnley, but I'm just hoping we can do the business like we did against West Ham. Like I said, with that counter-attack and style football. And obviously, we do adapt at half-time. The way Regis LeBray, you know, we went 0-0 in against West Ham. And West Ham was slightly the better team. And he kind of adapted the team a little bit. We came out more on the front foot. And we took control of the game and scored them goals. So it's going to be... I'm really excited. I'm getting... You know, the Premier League season's here now. We're all getting so excited with this first win of the Premier League against West Ham, and we are thinking, a lot of people, you know, we are thinking that things could be a really good season. We're thinking it could be a really good season. I'm hoping it can be a really good season. Fans do get carried away. It's just the nature of the beast. You know, I was very nervous before last weekend, but with that 3-0 win, it calmed the nerves a little bit, and we think, whoa, can we actually go on to do more good results this week? There's going to be loads of ebbs and flows in the Premier League, you know. There's going to be there's a deer. There's going to be weekends where it's going to be weeks where, you know, we'll have bad results, but we're hoping we have better results, more better results than bad results. I'm just seeing a deer walk into the woods. Wow. Anyway, I've rambled on enough now. Hope you've enjoyed the video. Give us a thumbs up. Subscribe to the channel if you're new. Apparently there's more players coming in. A couple of more players are due in. John Nukami, of course. I mentioned 1 or 2 in the previous video. Hope all the Sunderland fans travelling down to Turf Moor have a safe journey home. Safe journey there, safe journey home. And yeah, thanks for watching. Like I said, tough game down at Turf Moor. Any kind of win would be a tremendous result. It really would. I would love it, absolutely love it, to get back-to-back wins in the Premier League for the first time, or top flight, since 1980-81. It would be amazing. What Regis LeBray has done in his short period of time at Sunderland has been nothing but absolute miracle. Been absolutely fantastic. And long may it continue. The fans are right behind the team, right behind the club. It's like one big unit. The whole city, everything's absolutely brilliant at this moment in time. Anyway, there we go. Cheers, folks. See you on Saturday for the live stream. Thanks for watching. Take care. God bless me. God go with you. Adios.